Previously, on the best-selling manga in history, we were bamboozled, we were hoodwinked over who this Kozuki Oden is, speculating, theorizing. Will we get the answer? I'm not sure, but we are here today to read the latest installment in the Wano Awesome Sauce of One Piece, man, dude. The wait has been too long. We're going to get right into this. I want to give a massive thank you to everybody who came out and supported the Q&A earlier in the week and the ReZero video from yesterday. I know those were two videos that completely came out of left field, but you know how it is, man. Sometimes we got to be spontaneous and create what we want to create, and that's just the way that it was with those two videos, man. But without further ado, let's get into this chapter 1008. Can you believe that we're about to hit with next week's chapter, the 100th chapter anniversary of Wano? Because Wano technically started in the halfway point of 909, right? So next week will be the 100th chapter of the Wano saga. Now, granted, I'm pretty sure in Oda's mind, I mean, I'm sure the entire saga is one thing, but isn't Onigashima and Wano kind of split in his head, like Water 7 and his lobby? You know what I mean? Unless it's all just Wano to him, which I guess that kind of makes sense because of the whole act structure. Or maybe that's just the saga. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. But regardless, it's greatness, and next week will be the 100 chapters since we first saw Wano with our own eyes, man. So without further ado, let's get right into the chapter. Chapter 1008, Ashura Doji, head of the Mount Atama Bandits. So we are continuing this theme of having a character's name or whatever's represented by that character be the title. So that's pretty dope. So it looks like we've had, you know, one Straw Hat, then it was head Yakuza baby, and then it was another Straw Hat, and now it's Ashura. So it's like each chapter is going to be dedicated to one of them. So that'll be interesting. It looks like that's going to go on for quite some time then, considering how many characters are here. And we have a flying Pegasus with Robin wearing a hat. Cover art request by Caramel the Dancing Butterfly. Robin helps a horse fly like a Pegasus. And that is Robin's wings. I didn't even notice that. Yeah, with little Tweety birds going around on the side. Very, very nice, man. Re-experience the start of the fierce raid in Onigashima. The highly anticipated 98th volume is now on sale. Dude, next month, actually, I think it's next week, we're getting finally, over here in the States, the legendary volume 96, which has the He Laughed chapter in it, man. I need to own that volume, bro, at any means necessary, because that is going to end up being one of the most legendary volumes in the entire series. So it needs to be owned. And it was the cover, bro. You go back and you look at volume 96's cover, it's an instant buy. It is an instant buy, man. So let's get right into it. Treasure repository behind the tower. Wow, I can't blame you for being surprised. We're actually continuing from right here? Bro, I'm shocked. Hold on, man. I need to... You know what I'm saying, bro? I gotta make sure my eyes are completely clean. Let me see, I already cleaned them, but I gotta clean them twice. You gotta clean them twice when it comes to One Piece, man, because last week I thought I cleaned them, and then I saw Oden. So hold on, coach. Let's do a double clean here, man. You know, you can never be too clean, especially in this day and age. All right, let's start this over, man, because I can't believe what I'm seeing here. A shocking scene unfolds before them. Treasure repository behind the tower. Wahaha, I can't blame you for being surprised. I was flung into the future by Toki's power. I'll explain the details later. It's a long story. I can't believe what I'm reading, bro. I can't believe what I'm reading. Is he pulling our leg? Is this a shoot? I don't know. I was flung into the future by Toki's power. I'll explain the details later. It's a long story. Dog. Is it a shoot? Is he pulling our leg? Man, look at everybody's reactions, bro. I see Odin-sama. Odin-sama! We sadly don't have time to celebrate our reunion now. Sorry I'm late. We failed to defeat Kaido back then, but now we have another chance to face him. Is this really him? Is this really our hairy-legged goat, bro? That's right, you can count on us. Odin-sama. And there's nothing but tears, bro, all around. I mean, can you blame them? Everyone, don't be fooled. This is obviously an imposter. Ashura Doji, man. That is why he's the title of the chapter. This is obviously an imposter. My man is like, yo, I'm guessing Oda was playing some Among Us. And he was like, son, this dude is the imposter. He hit that red button in the middle. Discuss. This is obviously the imposter, man. You got Detective Ashura Doji in the building. What are you doing? What are you saying, Ashura? He's right here in front of our eyes. Can anyone remember what Toki-sama told us? It's impossible to return to the past. Toki-sama's powers can only send a person forward in time. But Odin-sama definitely died that day. That's a fact. So how could he possibly be here in the future? That's a shoot. That is a shoot. But I understand. But you gotta open your eyes, Kinemon. And he goes in, he punches the flag guards out of Kinemon. Yo, Ashura Doji ain't playing no games. And I love how this is coming from him. Because everybody else, they just recently saw Odin, right? Or not everybody else. Inu and Neko. Some of them have not seen him in 20 years. But Ashura Doji, who was there in Wano and suffered for all of these years, right? Who went through all of that stuff waiting for the promised day. He's going to be the one that's going to be most, that's going to be the most like Flagnards. Is this really the dude or not? Like, don't be, let's not jump to conclusions here. You know what I mean? So he's going to stay true to the logic, the facts. That's Detective Ashura here. And he goes and he slices him. He slices him. And he's still smiling. That's something you can definitely see Odin doing, but there's no blood coming out of there. See, he doesn't bleed. Ashura-san. And then he gets stabbed. Oh, yeah, so this definitely ain't Odin. This most certainly isn't Odin, man. But shout out to my boy Ashura Doji for coming in clutch. So who is this individual? So this is somebody trying to fool him, of course. Ashura. And now we know. I'm no different from you guys. I wish he was real. How outrageous. Who's behind this? We were duped, Ashura. But his mannerisms, the way he talks, he's exactly like Odin-sama. We're the only ones who knew Odin that well. So it's you, Kanjuro. No flipping way. Because they're like, man, the only individual who knows him as well as we do is Kanjuro. And that's exactly what we're talking about. And whether this has to be either Kanjuro or Kanjuro's painting. But the thing is that I was going off here, at least for me on my side, I was like, yo, this is going to end up being Kanjuro's way of redeeming himself. But no, I remember seeing a lot of comments saying, what about if instead of a redemption, this is just Kanjuro's way of getting back to him because he's just that slimy because he is a Kurozumi. Wow, Kanjuro. Don't be silly. I'm Odin. Ashura-san, forgive me. This is my fault. I was meant to take care of Kanjuro. Even the sharpest sword becomes dull when pointed at a friend. Yeah, that's facts. That's hard facts. Man. And now Kiku has to definitely feel bad in this situation. This fight is as personal as it gets. Is this a drawing or is this real body? Controlling this remotely is exhausting. Remotely? I won't live to see the end of this war anyway. I've already been severely wounded. Before I die, I will plunge a dagger into the heart of the Kozuki clan. I am Kurozumi Kanjuro. So 110%. There it is. Declaration from him that this is in fact Kanjuro. And then you get to see his actual real body right here to the left, running in some place. I don't know if it's around or wherever the case may be. But he says that he's heavily wounded. That Kiku really did go up and like swim war against him. So this is his last-ditch effort, his last opportunity to really go in and take out the Kozuki clan. And he did it by striking them where it hurts, not only with another act of betrayal, but also by presenting himself as Kozuki Odin before his individuals. I gotta respect his heel tactics, man. As somebody who loves heels, I have to respect the heel tactics, but I still want this man to be punched in the face harder than anyone else. And the reason for that is because it, just like Ashura Doji, every single one of us were hesitant to really call this Odin. Some of us really wanted it to be Odin. I was one of those individuals, like, man, Flag Knights, I don't even care about what that would do to the story or anything. That's Kozuki Odin, you know what I mean? Like, that's how half my brain was. I was like, I would love for this to be Odin, but I know it's not logical for it to be Odin. And so for this to actually be Kanjuro in his heel-like tactics, first and foremost, shout out to Detective Ashida for calling him out as the imposter. And then number 2, during the discussion section, he actually was voted off as the imposter, but he's still here. He ain't floating off into the ship on some Among Us stuff. My man's is still here and ready to take them all on. But he's only one individual, right? He's one individual dressed up as Odin. So, and he's going to have the full-on wrath of everyone now, man. So I wonder what's going to take place here with these individuals. But I'm glad that now, because he's most certainly going to fall to them. But I'm glad that he's going to, I'm pretty sure there's going to be a moment here that's not only going to be extremely emotional, but we're going to have an opportunity for Kanjuro to really reflect on the past. Or he could just get whacked, and that'll be the end of that. But because of the way that One Piece is as a story, and the way that Wano has been so far, I most certainly still expect him to have at least his final moments be at least some form of regret, or some form of gratitude from him to the Scabbards. I don't know if the Scabbards will ever forgive him. I'm sure they might at the very end, but this is definitely a deep wound right here, man. You know, like, this is like to dress up as Odin and go up and like swim against them, man. Like, what a sicko, man. So let's continue on here. Momonosuke-sama's in danger. That's right, that voice from earlier. It said Momonosuke-sama was with a kunoichi, Shinobu. We have to find a way to warn her. He goes in. This man has the bomb strapped to him. He's strapped. He's loaded. My man's is strapped. He goes in, lights it up. Hey, it's foul play to go after a dying opponent. Your final challenge is here. He goes in. Ashida Doji's breathing heavily. You see Denjiro attempting here. Everyone get out of here. You have to stop Kanjuro. Ashida, I'm sorry. He goes in, gores Odin, gets him out of there, breaks through the door. You passed with a pain. Your mockery of Kozuki Odin ends here. And they go in, there's a massive explosion. If Ashida Doji ain't dead from that, then at the very least he's heavily wounded. And it looks like that'll be it for Ashida Doji in this war, man. Goodness gracious, that is a massive one. It looks like that one is maybe not the same size as the one that took out Pedro, but on the it's somewhere there, you know? Goodness, man. You can see the shadows just truly showcase how massive that thing was. You see a blade coming down, Kinemon looking at it. Kiku. Kanjuro! And they go in. Kinemon is pissed, man. You can't blame him. So is Raizo. Kakaka, and there's the real him, masquerading as a Kozuki to destroy the Kozuki before my death. What a fitting finale to my beautiful lifelong performance. And there it is, man. The performance. Going back to the performance. And how this art of acting in a specific role, of a very a theme that we can now see is very prevalent in Wano, but something that I'm very interested in as a concept. And now we have him, leaning back towards, I believe that was chapter 970, either 2, 3, or 4. I want to say it was 2, where Orochi first introduced the idea that this man was somebody who throughout his entire life was always thrust into roles and always acting out things, never having an opportunity to truly be himself. And so that's why he's so good at it. And what have you. So to have him state these words right here, you can really tell that this is going to be the end for Kanjuro, man. So let's see. And here comes Jack. What in the flying flagnards, bro? Then Jack comes out of nowhere. That's another individual that is heavily tied into this entire thing, thanks to what took place in Zou. Man, I was wondering why they were so shocked at this statement. I was like, yo, you guys knew that. Huff, Jack. Yo. And dude, he's right in front of Neko. Neko and him, they know each other better than anyone. That was more bothersome than expected. Those pests tried to stall me. Pests. To protect their precious dukes. No. Not the musketeers. Neko, Raizo, you two keep going. You want to take me on alone, Lord of the Day? We've both sustained substantial injuries. I should be more than enough. This isn't about settling our grudge anymore. I can't allow a rabid beast like you to continue causing casualties. That's why I'm going to put you down, Jack. Everyone, I leave Momonosuke-sama to you. And now they chase after Momonosuke. Even Neko gets out of there. He understands the gravity of the situation. And Inu prepares to take on this man Jack on a 1v1. There's no moonlight in here. Funny. I was just thinking there's no poisonous gas either. He's like, yo, it goes both ways. You know what I mean? Like, yo, there's no poisonous gas. There's no reason for me to hold back no more. You know what I mean? There's no moonlight. Both of us can have a straight up showcase of throw of hands. You know, our weaknesses aren't in the way anymore. It'll be just us two. Injured individuals with our prides on the line. Ready to go in, man. Let's get it. The castle's on fire. Quickly put it out. We can't let it get too big. Goof, that idiot. How dare you double-cross me, Kaido? And Orochi too, bro. Now we understood that at some point in time this man would come back. We understood, at least for me. I understood. I was like, man, Oda does not kill off his characters as quickly as that, you know. Especially not a character with a mythical fruit in the one that he has. And so whenever we saw his head rolling, you know, I saw all the comments that were telling me, man, if you look closely at his head, he has a different amount of teeth than we've seen him in previous parts in the story, and still moments and stuff like that. And so now we finally get the confirmation. Orochi is still breathing, he's still going in, and he even starts off with saying, how dare you double-cross me, Kaido? Roast to death. There's no escape up here in the sky. Now go to hell. Go, Oro. And we see Fukurokuju going up in like somewhere back here. I'll make him pay. I'm going to slaughter everyone. Momonosuke's group. So now we have now within the interior, we have Orochi also as this third party, maybe even the fourth party, that is going to be making sure that everyone here just burns. You know, he's going to get rid of the alliance. He's going to get rid of Kaido and Big Mom, or at least he's going to attempt. Now, can he actually do it? That remains to be seen. But which is highly doubtful. I mean, if my man even attempts to get close to that roof, he's gonna get knocked out by the Conqueror's Haki. So you better try to do things down here. You know what I mean? You better not even attempt to try to step forward on the rooftop, because no, that's over for him. Momonosuke's group. Hold still, Momonosuke-kun. Sorry, I can control it better now. See? Oh, so he got out of the dragon form. When I first met Luffy and his crew... Okay, yeah, so see? He got out of his dragon form. When I first met Luffy and his crew, I would turn into a dragon whenever I was startled or anxious. He sure startled me. That was similar to my father's power. If I could turn into a monster like that, I would actually be useful to the others. Man, dude. Is that going to be where this is going? That where last chapter it was showcased and it was told to us that he was no longer, or that he wasn't a failure, that the fruit itself was not a failure, or that there was a possibility it wasn't a failure, and that just tells us that it really wasn't a failure. And so because he really wants to be useful to everyone, will there be an opportunity to either A, he will turn into a dragon-like form like Kaido, like turn into a mythical dragon that is massive, that is humongous, or will Oda turn into a situation where we see like a Ryunosuke type of thing, where Momonosuke continues in this state, right? He doesn't turn into a massive dragon, but he stays as this dragon. But then this dragon, the goofy-looking one, ends up having enough power to, for example, if it's falling down from the Flower Capital, I discussed this with some, I forgot who it was. I don't remember if it was on the Red Force podcast or in the comments, in the Recon space, I don't remember. But the possibility of now Momonosuke within this state, having the strength to be able to, you know, hold on to the same thing that Kaido does, that he's using to lift Onigashima, but for him to be able to keep it up in the air as well, while it's falling down towards the Flower Capital. Because he said he wants to be useful. He wants this fruit, he wants to use his ability to be useful. You can be useful in a multitude of ways. And so I wonder where that's going to lead towards, in terms of either this dragon, even though it stays that way in terms of looks, having the strength of an actual dragon to be able to do something like that, or he does actually turn into an actual dragon's strength and the power that comes with it, you know. So we'll see what happens on that end, but it most certainly isn't a failure. I wonder if Luffy's doing okay. I wish I could help take down Kaido as Odin. Yamato. I love me some Yamato, man. Yo, first of all, first and foremost, the connection between her and Luffy, 110% there. But I love this statement. I wonder if Luffy's doing okay. I wish I could help take down Kaido as Odin. And I gotta add that part, as Odin. Luffy's worn out, but he's as high-spirited as ever. That's a relief. Oh, wait, Momonosuke-sama, how do you know that? Oh, is he the voice of all things activating within him? Is the rooftop! The rooftop, bro. Hold on, dude. Wow. Yeah, but that's gotta be the voice of all things, right? Well, regardless, I don't care. I haven't seen the rooftop. It's all Onigashima rooftop. And we get to see the massive cloud. We get to see the king. Look at Zoro, bro. So they're going in Zoro, Kid, Killer, Law. How do we win against these monsters? None of our attacks are working. Are we gonna see hybrid? Are we gonna see the hybrid? Luffy gets up. They're definitely working. We've hit them so many times. They have to be feeling it. They're humans just like us. Gomu Gomu no. Double base for looking Kaido, bro. Hold on. So we get to see the horns. Now he has two more right here. We see that he's like fully scaled up. Dude is huge. He's massive, bro. Look at him. Look at Big Mamu. Look before you leap. Honestly, after all this, I'm surprised he still considers them human. For real, though, bro. That's how you know that Luffy sees them, that they're on the same level as him. You know, he sees them on the same exact level. Like, yo, you're humans just like me, dog. You're going down. Dude, look at the hybrid form. And I think right below you get to see, like, the dragon tail, right? Is that what I'm seeing right here on the bottom? It's covered by the flames. But it definitely looks like the dragon tail is right there. But yo, look at Kaido, bro. Look at the scales. Doug, well, losing attitude isn't going to help, is it? It should help us come up with something then. We need to split them up. I agree. No. Yeah, facing those two together is just hell. Man, yeah, dude, no. That's going to be a part of the strategy. But the thing is, if you split them up, then you yourselves have to split up. And how in the flying flagnards are you going to have an opportunity to be able to take them down if you split up? So, if that's true, I guess I've been to hell and back a few times now. Not bad. Okay, yeah, that's the king. And he has. You already know this man has been over there and back a multitude of times. That's been his entire journey. Mugiwara, your eyes never seem to lose their fire. Let's go. Bro, I did not think we would be seeing the rooftop for this long, but to see Kaido's hybrid form too, man. Let's go. Dude, that was worth it. That was worth the 2-week break. That was worth it all, man. That was worth it all. So in one chapter, my man Oda not only answered the question of who Odin is, which I didn't think he was going to answer for a long time, then he comes right back and shows us the roof. And not only the roof, he shows us the hybrid form right here. Not only that, but it showcases that we are still putting in work on the rooftop, bro. Let's flip and get it, man. Onigashima rooftop. Bro, my computer is barely hanging on. The hockey is destroying my computer. It doesn't even want to move anymore. Hold on, bro. What is going on? Come on. Look at that. It restarted the whole thing. Here we go. Dude. Hold on, bro. So they're going in. We see that on the rooftop, they're putting in work, man. Like, yo, he says, Kid states none of our attacks are working. None of our attacks, right? But then you have Luffy stating they're definitely working because we've hit them so many times that they have to be. They have to be. There has to be some sort of way that they're doing damage. You know what I mean? They have to be feeling because they're humans just like us. And I love this. I love it so much that even in the midst of all this, no matter how monster-like they may look, Luffy's like, sweet mother of Flagnards, these dudes are humans just like me. They are humans. We're on the same position in power. We are all Yonkos here, son. It's me and y'all too. So, look before you leap. Honestly, after all this, I'm surprised he still considers them human. Man. Goodness gracious. And now Law's plan to split them up. Look at Kaido, bro. But look at Big Mom, too, man. I mean, yo, just the flames engulfing the whole area. Big Mom's flames. I'm sure Kaido's flames too. Yo, just look at Kaido, bro. Man. Dog, how in the world are they gonna split them up? Like, where can you even go to split them up? And then who goes off and where? I know Luffy wants to take on Kaido. Just look at his face, bro. You already know this man wants to take on Kaido, bro. My man's like, yo, I don't need G4. Let me see you with hands right now, bro. I don't need Gear 4, dog. I don't need it, man. Yo, and then Momonosuke being able to hear this, that definitely has to do something with the voice of all things. Being able to see what's on the rooftop and whatnot. But, man. The king, bro. Yo, that's a raw statement, dog. Sweet mother of Flagnards. Finally on the roof once again. Their eyes lock. Oh, man. So, I can already assume that Luffy wants to, of course, take on Kaido, right? So who's going to stay with Luffy? Can you imagine? Like, a situation where... So we got to split them up. But there's 5 people here. So on one side is going to be 3, the other side is going to be 2. I already know Luffy's going to be taking on Kaido. So who else is going to stick it out with Luffy? Because it might end up being... Unless somebody else comes to the roof. Which will then even the odds. I don't even know. But let's just say, with the 5 people that are here, if they were to split it up, where would it go? I mean, my mind wants to go to Luffy and Zoro versus Kaido. As, you know, Captain Right Hand. And then Kid, Law, and Killer versus Big Mom. And yeah, I'm so happy there's no break next week, bro. Will we stay on the rooftop, man? That is the question. That is the question. Will we stay on the rooftop? Oh, man. I got biked. Yo. So, yeah, man. Yo, Conjuro, in extreme heel-like fashion, it was me. You know, Vince McMahon style. This man, Ashura Doji, calling him out in Among Us. Imposter wave. Goes in. I mean, just some excellent stuff right here. Then Ashura Doji gets pwned. Conjuro. Jack shows up. Jack versus Inuarashi. Orochi's confirmed to still be breathing oxygen. He wants to take everything out. We follow Momonosuke and Yamato's crew. Or they're right here. We have the Scabbards who want to meet up with Yamato. So that's going to be a fascinating situation. I can't wait to see where that goes with Momonosuke and Yamato and Shinobu meeting up with the Scabbards. Yamato obviously wants to go up to the rooftop. Who knows if that'll end up being something that actually happens, or if Yamato is now going to go over towards Jack. But it looks like they're going to be running into each other at some point in time. So I'm not sure. Or I mean, the Scabbards and Yamato and them. So I don't know if Inuarashi really is going to be the one to take on Jack, or if in the middle of Jack taking on Inuarashi, somebody else intervenes. You know, like I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that's going to go on there. And then, of course, on the rooftop, bro. Sweet mother of Flagnards, bro. I can't get over this. I can't get over the fact that I'm finally seeing Kaido's hybrid form with my own 2 eyes, bro. Like, let's go. Let's go, man. Still going in. And the king, I mean, listen, bro. This man is like, yo. Look. I don't need Gear 4, bro. Just see me. See me, dog. It's like, I am worn out, man. It's my first time using real hockey. Give me a few minutes. And I'm gonna whoop you. I don't care if you're in this hybrid form or not. I'm gonna go up and like somewhere. Oh my god, dude. I'm so like, bro, I'm so hyped, man, because like the fight already has been legendary, but we all know, you know, my mind is just going back to the Lucci fight back in his lobby and how incredible that was, going from regular state to hybrid form, and how the hybrid form just like made that fight go from great to all-time legendary. And now with Kaido, this fight is already all-time legendary. He's going to have to take it even further beyond, man. You know what I mean? That's some Goku Super Saiyan 3 stuff, bro. This is about to be nuts. What a chapter. What a chapter, man, filled with confirmations and things that we've been wanting to see. What an excellent chapter to come back from Recon. You know, being able to see and get answers to these things that we have been wanting to just see with our own 2 eyes, bro. And we got 3 of them. Man, yo, look how insane Big Mom looks right here, dog. Let's go, man. One Piece greatness. Guys, let me know what y'all thought about this chapter in the comment section down below. This week's afterthoughts, man, I'm gonna end up probably, you know, losing my mind over these last 2 pages as I reread them 100 times. Because it's finally here, man. Hybrid form in front of the king. Battle of Yonko has already been taking place, but because, bro, you already know once Luffy gets an opportunity to go into Gear 4th once again, I can feel it, man. It's going straight Snake Man, bro. It's going straight Snake Man. I'm sure this hybrid form makes Kaido extremely fast. And it's going to be a battle of speed. They're just going to be duking it out of straight hands. That's going to be nasty. That's going to be nasty. But yeah, man, I hope everybody has an awesome day. Let me know what y'all thought about this week's chapter in the comment section down below. Rooftop hype. Let's get it. The time has come, man. The time has come, baby.